We are live here from the Maryland studios in beautiful Maryland. It is GunzPicks, and it is the Breaking Ankles show here on a Tuesday night. Hit the horn, everybody. We are back. Took a little bit of a day off, and man, I'm hurting. I'm limping. Got my legs cleaned out from under me. Sometimes the gambling gods give you a rude awakening and humble you to the most excruciating way, but we're going to come back. We're going to come back strong, and we're going to get through this together. However, weaning down the units a little bit on this one because got to get my feels on a little bit of the neutral court action, seeing these teams, who they are, how they're going to perform, and how they're going to play out through these conference tournaments. And I want to make sure that we have a little bit of coin here to get into the national NCAA tournaments. So, got 4 plays for you here tonight. However, we're going to be we're sweating out 4 plays now. We're 1-1 currently on the plays that I posted earlier today. But I got some late night bangers here for you. One coming up here at 6:30. So I want to get in to the chat. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button to the GunzPicks channel if you have not done so already. Hit the bell so you know every time that we go live. I'm going to be going live daily on this stuff. Going to do one tomorrow. And I'm going to do one in a special location on Thursday. Join you for that one. So check it out all week long, all the way through Selection Sunday for the conference championships. Let's go into the plays here. We're going to start with a little bit of action here with Lamar versus McNeese State. Now, you know about McNeese State. Will Wade is the coach. Great team that he's got going on there this season. The place is Legacy Center here, Lake Charles, Louisiana is the spot. 6:30 p.m. is the tip on the East Coast. And we're going with McNeese State on this one, minus 13.5, 1 unit play. Let's talk about it. Listen, Lamar really statistically doesn't match up here with McNeese. You got 205th in offensive efficiency, 213th in defensive efficiency. They're going against a McNeese team that is defensively 65th in defensive efficiency in the country and offensively 73rd in offensive efficiency. Their key strength here is 3-point shooting for McNeese. They are 8th in the country in 3-point percentage. And they're going against a team that doesn't really defend the ball too well. They're 149th in defending the 3, and they're also 97th in defending shots this season. And McNeese loves to get turnovers. They're 6th in the country in creating turnovers, 31st in blocks, 7th in steals. And they're going against an offense here for Lamar that turns over the ball consistently, doesn't take care of it. 225th in turnover percentage in the country. Now, if you've seen this, this is Lamar's 6th time this season they've been a double-digit dog this season. They're 2-3 ATS in that span. However, one of those losses, or actually one of those covers, I should say, was against Pacific. You know anything about Pacific? They're in the Western Coast Conference out there with Gonzaga and St. Mary's and what have you, and you know how bad that team is. They lost just by 2 in Pacific. This was in November. Nobody knew how bad this Pacific team was going to be. So take that with a little bit of grain of salt. They really should be 1-3 in that regard. All right. This is also the third meeting between these two teams. McNeese covering at home versus Lamar here, 11.5-point home favorites in that spot. And then they had a non-cover as an 8.5-point road favorite, but they won by 2 points. There's a little bit of chip on the shoulder from that last game that they played. Didn't really play their best ball on the road. Now you're seeing this line here for McNeese getting up to the 14-point mark here. So this is kind of a weird situation here. Granted, you got McNeese playing as the home team here. I think this is correlated in this spot. And then you got to look at where McNeese is when they are a favorite of between 10 and 20 points. They're 6-2 ATS in those spots. And then you got McNeese. He just underperformed in the last matchup, only winning by 2 versus Lamar. So I think they'll show up big here in their then, like, pretty much similar to how they did in the first home game. So I like McNeese on this one. Give me McNeese here, minus 13.5, 1 unit play. Let's go. As we see here, Jay Lottie joined the chat tonight. Jay Lottie, what's going on, my friend? How you doing? How you feeling on this beautiful Tuesday? Baby, give me, yeah. Yes, sir. We're going to be jumping around here across the board. Let's play a little, let's go jump into the Fun Belt, the Sun Belt. FIU versus Jacksonville State, to be exact. This is going to be at Probst Arena in Huntsville, Alabama. I'm going to be going with Jacksonville State on this one as the favorite, -4.5, 1 unit play. If you just look at the matchup here, there's a true mismatch here with Jacksonville State's defense versus this FIU offense. Jacksonville's defense is just way better than FIU's offense. 140th in defensive efficiency, 149th in defending shots, 46th in defensive rebounds, and they're 77th in the country in blocked shots. Going up against an FIU team that is 261st in offensive efficiency, 239th in field goal percentage, sloppy with the basketball, 303rd in the country in turnover percentage, decent free throw shooting team, but they're 234th in the country in offensive rebounds. So there's a complete mismatch underneath the boards, and I think Jacksonville is going to have plenty of opportunities to take away second chance opportunities versus FIU. Then you look at FIU's defense. Bad at defending shots, at 358th in the country as far as that goes. Defensive rebounding, they're terrible, ranked 360th, 280th in allowing opponents to the free throw line as well. So there's a lot of key components here that makes FIU bad on both sides of the ball. Then FIU has not done well as a short dog this season. If you look at their statistics in these spots, they are 2-6 ATS as a dog of 6 points or less. This is also the third meeting between these two teams, where FIU was a 1.5 point home dog, lost that one, no cover. 3.5 point dog on the road versus Jacksonville. Jacksonville took that one as well. Now you've seen the line creep up here on a neutral floor to 4.5. I mean, that's a correlated line there, in my opinion. You think Jacksonville getting a better line at a neutral court than they did at home? That's a little bit suspect, if you ask me. Then you got FIU, hasn't won a game outside their home floor all season, 4.9 ATS in those spots, and not covering as a dog less than 8.5 points in any of those spots. So those 4 covers were 8.5 point dogs or more. So now you got this little short dog here for FIU, which they underperform in these situations. You have a line for Jacksonville State that is got them as a favorite more than they were on their home court. I think this is a perfect spot to be jumping on Jacksonville State here on the number here. Give me Jacksonville State -4.5, 1 unit play. Let's go. Woo! As we get into the chat, got Peter in the building. What's up, Guns? I'm caught up to the work thing, but I'm listening. Let's go. Let's go, my man. Of course, Rube in the building says, let's get it, Guns. He likes the gross pick. He likes Kennard. Shout out to the Dukies on that one. Over 2.5 threes, and that is not college basketball. That is NBA. Go check out that prop. He is cooking with absolute napalm in these. Also, he likes Lowry today. Over 4.5 assists. Give it to the boy. Those are the picks for the NBA from my man Rube. All right. Let's see. What do we got here? We got 2 more plays to give you guys before we get out of here. Small card today. Card's going to get bigger on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday, of course, because there's going to be better games, better teams, better opportunities to make that cash. But let's talk about some action here in the MAC. We're going to talk Manhattan going up against Iona. Of course, Manhattan going on the road here versus Iona. Jim Whalen Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, where gambling goes to die. I don't know. AC doesn't seem like the nicest place on earth. But anyways, AC, New Jersey is the spot. 7:30 p.m. is the tip. We're going to be going with the dog on this one. Manhattan, +8.5. 1 unit play. Let's talk about it. I like this play a lot because Manhattan just matches up with Iona very well. Offensively and defensively, you have Manhattan, not a good offensive team. They're 340th in offensive efficiency. They're going against a defense here for Iona that's 226 in defensive efficiency, 315th in the country defending shots, and 284th in defensive rebounds. So I think at least for the very least, Manhattan should get something out of the offense versus this bad on the ball guard defense that Iona brings to the table. Also, Iona is 214th in offensive efficiency, 215th in field goal percentage, and they're 346th on the free throw line. Bad free throw shooting team. Take that in with a grain of salt. And also 200th in the country Manhattan is on the free throw line, so they are much better on the line than Iona. On the defensive side of the ball, not much better here for Manhattan. They're 317th in defensive efficiency, 234th in defensive rebounds, 116th in turnover percentage. So the numbers are telling me that Iona is better. However, I just think there's too many points here for Iona to be favored in this spot. If you actually look, Iona is just not backable as a covering team. They're 1-8 ATS, 3-6 straight up in the last 9 games, 8-1 to the under, by the way, if you want to look at the totals on this one. This is the third meeting between these two teams. Manhattan is 1-1 straight up, 2-0 ATS in those spots. Iona is also 1-5 ATS as a favorite of more than 8 points. So check that box there. You look on the other side for Manhattan, 6-2 ATS of a dog of 8 and more points. So you have a team that covers well as a dog versus a team that doesn't cover well as a big favorite. Also, you got to look at this matchup altogether. Manhattan has dominated, especially in the last 7 meetings. 7-0 ATS, 3-4 straight up in those spots versus Iona. And all those games, Manhattan was a dog of 7.5 points or more. In a lot of cases, they were double digits and they were getting wins outright. Like I said, they were already 1-1 straight up versus this Iona team already, and they were a big dog against them. Now you see them sitting here at 8.5, 9 in a lot of these cases, but I think this is a great look here to go jump on Manhattan and get it done here in the third meeting between these two teams. Give me Manhattan plus 8.5. Yes, that is my dog of the day. Love it, love it, love it. As we got 106 of you beautiful people out there in Twitter world, X world, Facebook world, MySpace world. I don't know. You name all your social media. LinkedIn. I don't know. Make sure you like and subscribe to the GunzPicks YouTube channel. Hit the bell. Hit the thumbs up while you're at it. Even if you don't want to subscribe, it's okay. I know you don't subscribe to channels. Some people don't. Can you just hit the thumb like this? Hit this thing. That's all. That's all we want to keep us in the algorithm of all algorithms that YouTube has deemed fit for people to show up on people's pages that are looking for content just like this. So please like and subscribe and hit the thumbs up for me, please. All right. You may be noticing I'm wearing a hat. I'm all about the U today. I got to be on the U. We're going Miami versus BC, Capital One Arena, Washington, D.C., right up the road from me. 7 p.m. is the tip. And I'm going to be going with the Canes on this one. Money line, though, minus 134. We're just picking them to win. I know they're a minus 2.5 favorite now. Let's go Miami money line, minus 134, 1 unit play. Let's talk about it. Miami, statistically, is just a better team, especially on the offensive side of the ball versus this Boston College defense. 91st in offensive efficiency, 69th in field goal percentage, 42nd in three-point percentage, 74th in free throws. Boston's defense, BC's defense, 134th in defensive efficiency, 218th in defending shots, 69th in defensive rebounding, and they're 288th in defending the three. I think the key on this one, open looks outside the arc. We need that Miami team to start hitting threes. Bang, 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 bang. If they get up that big lead, the offense will carries them. Then the defense will just see fit, set back, and just do their due diligence to maintain the lead. Now we got to look at BC on the offensive side. Not too bad, but they're kind of middle on this one. 72nd in offensive efficiency, which is kind of better than Miami. 75th the field goal percentage. 262nd in offensive rebounds. They're 51st at three-point percentage, and they're 96 on the free throw line. So edge on the offensive side, definitely to Miami. I think there's a little bit of edge on Miami on the defensive side as well, because they're 113th in defensive efficiency, 145th in defensive rebounds, and they're 5th in the country in allowing opponents at the free throw line. That's going to be very key in this game. If they don't allow people to get to the free throw line, you don't get into the bonus. It's going to be one of those games that you're going to see Miami just taking the lead and maintaining it. Disciplined defense is the key on that side of the ball. And you got to look at Miami right now. Where are they at? They're on a 9-game losing streak, and I'm backing this team right now. They shouldn't be favored, but they are in this situation. They're 2-7 ATS in that span as well. And they're going to get to BC team that is off back-to-back road wins, including a win against Miami on the road. But they lost 4 straight prior to those games. And their other win was only to Louisville, and Louisville is not the greatest team in the world. Quite frankly, I think they're the worst team in the ACC. Then you got Miami as a short favorite here. When they are a short favorite, they've actually excelled in those positions. 3-1-1 ATS this season of being a favorite of 5 points or less. So we have the line correlation that fits with when Miami plays well. And then BC won the first two meetings versus them. So there is a revenge factor in here. And I think it shows when you show Miami as the favorite here once again versus this BC team. And also they won a couple days ago, actually last week, beat them by 10 points in Miami. There's a chip on your shoulder mentality going into this game for the Miami Hurricanes. Now you got to look at BC 2-7 ATS when they're a dog of 5 points or less. So that's another good statistic there, a good trend. 4-11 ATS as a dog overall this season. Never has not performed well in those positions. Then you have BC 0-2-1 ATS on neutral site games, where Miami is 2-1 ATS in the same position. So all that being said, all the boxes checked for me to go take Miami just to win the game. So I'm going to be taking them here. Get rid of the spread. Just put the money line on it. Money line, Miami Hurricanes. It's all about the U. Minus 134, 1 unit play. Baby, hit the home. Woo! As we take a breath, get back to the chat. We got just excited for Peter on a beautiful Tuesday. He's working his 9 to 5. He's watching the GUNZ on a Tuesday. And GRL in the building says, thanks, brother. No. Thank you. No. Thank you. And Pack going tonight. Yeah. Well, they're playing right now. And I figured, I should have posted it myself. I was going to post second half. I guess it's too late. I was in the car when I made the decision. Couldn't do it on the show. Couldn't pop it on the video. But anyways, doesn't count towards any records. So what are you going to do? Let's go into the recap on this one. We have a game here starting in 9 minutes. So jump on it. We're on McNeese State minus 13.5 versus Lamar. We're going to be jumping on Manhattan as the dog of the day, plus 8.5. We're going to jump on Jacksonville State here, favored versus FIU, minus 4.5. And then we're going to go to DC. 7 o'clock here. Give me Miami. Money line minus 134 to end it off. 4 plays, 4 bangers. Let's sweep the board. Let's get the early picks. Let's get these late picks. Appreciate everybody that's watched the show. Like and subscribe to the channel. And I'll be back here tomorrow for more bangers as we grind out conference tournament week. So good luck with your picks. Let's cash some tickets. Let's dominate the ball. And as always, let's keep dancing. Bang!